First Year Moto Trials, Tommy T here. Welcome back to the channel. Just want to show you guys my favorite backyard beginner obstacle. I'm gonna go ahead and freshen it up, show you guys why it's my favorite obstacle. Come along for the journey. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, I want to encourage you to do so. This is going to be documenting my first year with a trials motorcycle, some of the things I've learned along the way. Just want to share those things with you guys, document the journey, the process, so come along for the ride.
So this triple log setup has actually gotten a little bit flat. The two outer logs had worked their way to the sides over the course of a year of riding on it and hitting it over and over again. You can see it's just not holding up to the weight. So I'm changing out, instead of using these nails and these smaller boards, I'm gonna use some screws. These logs are about 7 feet long and 7 inches high. The overall obstacle is about 14 inches high. I'll put conversion metrics for you non-Americans. And some of the tools, I got a impact driver, a drill. I'm not gonna use nails and a hammer again. So just cutting these boards down, and that way all the logs can be secured together. Just evening things up. You might have to put a little wedge in one side depending upon how straight your logs are. Just gonna pre-drill and drive some 3-inch screws in there. And there you have it. This is my favorite backyard beginner obstacle. I love to hit it every time I go riding. The friends that I have over, they all enjoy it. So I'm gonna show you a lot of different ways you can ride over it. First of all, just super easy and gentle. It's not intimidating. Then you can kind of ramp up it a little bit, doing some wheelies, giving a little bit more gas, landing on the back wheel, and then even just pulling a wheelie before the obstacle. Riding over it slow. Now here you're gonna hear the engine rev, and then I'm gonna let out the clutch. This is a little bit more of a ride technique. So engine revving up and then popping that clutch. This is actually really helpful when it comes to getting stuck on different logs. Revving up the engine again, popping that clutch. Don't give it too much gas. I have made that mistake before. And then this one's a little more likely if you get caught with the log closer to your rear wheel, just how to take the weight off, spin that tire to gain a little friction, and get across. And that's when I remembered, I don't know how to do a static zap. And the reality is, you guys don't watch this channel so you can see me impress you with all my cool riding skills. You're watching it to see a log and to see some creative ways to go over that log. All right, so here we go. This is just your average double blip here. No clutch needed. And we'll do it with the clutch pull. And you can see, getting that front wheel right in the crack of these logs. This is why I love this obstacle, because you got that perfect touch point that you're aiming for. And every time you hit the log and you turn around, don't be like that guy and just turn big and wide. Practice a nice tight trials turn with the weight on the outside. All right, this is what I wish I had been practicing when I first started riding in my yard, learning control. So more likely the case, right after that log, there's gonna be a ribbon or some other barrier that you gotta turn around. So just practicing control in order to stop quickly or turn after going over that log is important. All right, so floater turns, still working on these, but I decided I'd practice a little bit on my singular log, a little smaller obstacle here before taking it to the triple log setup. And if you're newer to the channel, I do have a floater turns video, a how-to with Ryan Young from my weekend riding at one of his clinics. Be sure to check out that, which is linked below. And then coming in at like a 45, which is a lot of times the case in a trial, especially when it's wet. That's a great one to practice. All right, getting into the zap technique, the punch technique. You see the log is definitely moving as I'm hitting it with a little bit more force. You can stop that just by taking a 2x4 across the bottom there, but as you can see, this is why I love this obstacle. Perfect spot to place that front tire right in the crack of those logs. All right, and then lastly, you can try to skinny your way long ways across the top log there. All right, guys, Tommy T here signing off. Thanks so much for tuning in, watching today. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below. I appreciate all the stories about how you guys have first gotten into trials. Really fun to hear. This time, I want to know, what's your favorite backyard obstacle? Drop a comment below. Thanks so much.